laner or maybe the mid lane.
Oh, it's the Harley pickup and the Beatrix. How could we forgot about the Beatrix?
Yeah, actually, Beatrix hasn't been picked up at all today. You know, in the first 2 matches, it has actually been ignored for the most part. So now, like you said, Wolf, 3 magic damage dealers from SMG will make it a little bit easier for RSG to itemize in the game. But RSG, time to round up their draft. What do they want to pick up? They have the front line, they have that back line, but maybe they want to add a little bit more of either just go for another dive hero or one more backline hero that can deal damage with this Clint.
You know what? Lilia could be good, or maybe somewhere along that far. So maybe you would have seen it just to go for some damage in there. So instead, it will be the Ruby. It's a great for canceling the ultimate going to Eve. I think this will be put into the position 5 role, the roam role, then Selena onto the position 4 role in the mid lane. So now you have the follow up again. You stun, you initiate with your high loss from the XP lane. Will have the items to get the Luck of Destiny, eventually going for defensive items like Athena Shield or Radiant Armor or the Oracle, whatever he deems needed in this particular game, because that will be sensational against Team SMG. Knowing that most of the damage up of Team SMG is magic, having those magic defense items will just mean that this Clint will have a free time, because the frontliners of Team SMG, of Team RSG, will be good.
Okay, well, talk to me about this draft from SMG. What do you think?
From SMG, it's all about the gangs. We have to look at Win. If Win can go to the side lanes, if he can help push his own lanes ahead, for example, the Beatrix, if the Beatrix wins her lane, if Smooth on his Esmeralda wins his lane, that's going to be good. It's going to be instrumental, but Win has to play well. If the jungler from Team SMG falls early, then it's basically an RSG game.
Absolutely. Let's see how it goes on, because it is all going to come down to the execution of the game. Welcome to the land of Dawn with the battle of the brothers. Sasa going in against Baby Cake. He's going to win on the all-out brawl right there for now. That is the strength of the Beatrix. Clint is going to be better in the short trades, but in those long skirmishes, Sasa, he knows what to do on this hero, and he's playing the lane really, really well.
Yeah, and the gold lane is definitely something that we have to look at. As of right now, Malaysian teams, the gold laners have been very good, have been very clutch. So if we do want to look at the combat potential, it's definitely there. But as of right now, I do want Win again just to have a lot of pressure over there. So when he gets his level 4, whoever wins this sort of matchup can really set the tempo of this game, because both of these teams, they have a lot of ways to really snowball the situation. For RSG, it's definitely the Mojito. For Team SMG, I would even argue it's the Beatrix.
Absolutely. You can actually see the recall timing by Sasa was very good. Expedia going in for an aggressive movement right there. Will be able to cancel out a little bit more damage right there, as the Abyssal Arrow will not connect. Zion Sempoint trying to clear away once again by LY4. Look at the damage coming in. The PTSD starts again, but Expedia, he's way too slick for that.
I'm not gonna lie, even when I was like, oh my, I feel like it's Halloween. That's so scary.
You're getting flashbacks.
Oh, flashbacks.
Oh no, wait a minute. This is what you mentioned. Win wants to go for the ganks right now. Diablo caught in the bad situation. Is gonna be the explosive damage coming in, but Diablo, what an escape. We said that Simon Simple and Expedia away from the he goes in for the stun, and the missile arrow connects. Win has nowhere to go, and the Fakino gets the first blood. Deja vu to the first match.
Oh my goodness. Wolf, I have to ask, was that a mistake? Because I feel like there was one other lane that could potentially get an easier kill.
Yeah, I mean, that is the Clint, right?
I mean, like, a Clint doesn't have that much HP compared to
the highlights. I always say, like, okay, should I actually go for this hero? Especially because they're under the turn. And you know that when you're under the turn, you get 15% more damage reduction. And good luck taking down hero with tank emblem and very tanky ammo.
Oh my god, again and again! SMG, they're getting picked off all across the board. A 2-0 lead right now for RSG.
And unfortunately, as I said, if Win doesn't help his team get ahead, then this RGB will not be good. And Expedia whiffing that all on the Kufra. Team SMG, they have to look for a miracle. One of the players has to make a comeback play, because right now they're slowly losing everything on the map.
What they can do is go for the Kufra place and then have a win on that hero as well. I think that they're gonna take a promo on up top, but obviously Baby Cake's gonna do all this. Now, they have spotted out where Lolsey is, as well as Sana with this Data Wanderer pickup from Team SMG, but nevertheless, they still won't continue that push up top lane.
Let's see what happens again. 2-0. Not a good score to start it off for the side of the Malaysian team. But look at this. RSG are going to go for the collapse onto the top side. Sasa needs to be very careful. Expedia, he gets caught and he gets slain. A 3-0 lead. It surely seems like the Homeland boys have gotten that buff, man.
Yeah, it looks like both of the Singaporean teams have done a lot of homework. They know what they have to do against each team. So, Wolf, looking at this game, RSG, SG, they look so good. What else do they have to do to make sure that Team SMG can't even come back?
Okay, so get your magic defense out for sure. Get that farm, the early farm that they were able to get, put that up and invest it onto magic defense, because that's the only way for Team SMG to come back in the next few minutes. Like imagine a combo with ultimate and deadly magic into the real world manipulation. It could be great.
Oh, but it's going to be Lolsey caught out of that situation. Damage is going to be enough. Sasa picks up the kill and Smooth comes in for a little bit more backup, zoning away the members, and that is a beautiful pick off right before we see this turtle. Win going in already, starting it up. RSG, they are not going to respond. They are just going to let it be, not contesting it. They've lost one on that fight.
Win already taking the circle. This is great. Expedience.
Yeah, Terrence Break has been used. Baby Cakes now. He is under the turret. He gets the outplay. Oh my god, Sasa just manages to flicker out of that turret shot.
Alright, I have to say, that play just now was not clean. It can definitely be played a little bit better. Maybe Expedia could have tanked a little bit more, and Sasa looks like he was not even 100% on the plan, so a lot of miscommunication there. I want them to reset, because right now they have seen opportunities where they can take fights. It's just that they have to be a little bit more confident in the fights that they actually take.
Yeah, you always have to look for, you always have to understand that in the gold lane, the outer turret energy shields provide 25%. But normally, you get only 15% from other lanes, but specifically in the gold lane, that's 25%. That's why Baby Cakes look like he's quite tankier than normal with that initiation coming up from Expedia, and now, oh no, it's spotted out.
Yeah, this is actually going to be really good for the side of SMG. RSG, they've used all their resources onto Expedia. It's going to be the side of Baby Cakes taking a lot of damage, and SMG, they're looking to capitalize going into the turret. It is still going to be defended, though. RSG just way too clean on the turret dive on the bottom side. We do see a little bit of a skirmish. Flicker is going to be popped by Diablo to get out of that one.
Okay, maybe I'm seeing something that... Okay, maybe I'm not seeing something, right? Because right now, Win keeps on getting like a high loss. Whoa, do you have any thoughts on this? But before that, Zion Senpoi's in trouble.
Yeah, Zion Senpoi's caught in the sound where L94 comes in, and that's going to be the kill picked up. Not just yet, though. L94 is actually going to get it in the end. The kill is being picked up. Sasa now going to get chain CC, and the Abyssal Arrow connects, man. 6-2-2, another 2-0. RSG are just one step ahead of everything that SMG is trying to pull off.
You know, to answer the question, and this is related to what just happened in there, Win should not be focusing on that Hylos. Hylos is too difficult to get. I mean, for sure he will eventually get the kill with the Hylos, but it will take so much. And imagine if they had Win in that clash. Maybe they get a kill or two. Maybe they get a kill onto Sana, or maybe onto LY4 eventually with the deadly magic, but that wasn't available because Win was so busy taking down Diablo in the bottom lane. It's all suspended his ultimate, so that's cooldown that he had lost against the Hylos.
I feel like right now they're taking the page out of the book of RQ. You know what they're doing? They just don't think about it. Isn't that right, Marco?
Oh, wait a minute. I might have to answer that a little bit later because Lolsey just got an ammo burn on the side. Sandboy was caught very, very low. So Arrow is not going to be able to connect right now as Expedia goes in for a re-engage. Oh, he connects. And that's going to be the damage coming from SMG. Sasa goes in. He flickers forward. And he gets punished. What was that?
As of right now, Team SMG, as we talked about, we've seen the trunk on their hands. They need to look at that right now because it looks like they're panicking. It looks like they're forcing things out, which, again, I'm pretty okay with people forcing fights and such, but that looks a little bit too much, Wolf.
Yeah, you know, you have to really relax there, as this was a great and amazing play coming out from RSG. But if you look at the goal, I mean, obviously Sasa, this is very uncanny for them to like really go straight for it against their opponents, even when he's a marksman. But if you look at the economy, it's actually Team SMG who is on top. So all of these turrets that they were able to get, maybe they're sacrificing some kills in there, 8 kills in total. so far in the first 8 minutes of the game, they still have gotten a goal. So that might mean something. Look at that triple rated armor for RSG.
Yeah, real quick. And now it's Padilla. Oh my god, what was that? He goes in for time revenge, able to connect on a baby H right now, but Smooth is in a bit of a trouble. Diablo goes in for Flicker. It is going to be Lowes. He picks up first in this team fight right now. SMG, they're going to go in for the re-engage once again on the Diablo. A lot of damage has been placed, but he is going to get taken down. LY4 next on the top. Oh my god, what is that? The knockout strike is 4. Oh my god. When I thought SMG would be finally able to put the nail on the coffin, it is still LY4 fighting with the knockoff strike.
I'm so happy that Paquito died. I'm speaking of that win up here is going on Sana, and Sana might fall.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I understand why Lafel was very happy when that get onto the Taquito, even when he's not allowed to be happy. Because
I'm sorry.
but that's just
no
me.
biasness.
No, but that's just me. However, for all the fans of Team SMG, like Lafel, there is a little bit of hope in there. Obviously, that was amazing and very, showtime for LY4 to get the form a knockoff. However, he has to respect the fact that he's got a streak. He's 4-0 before that happened. And because of a kill, Team SMG just really got so much out of that trade. They went in ahead up to maybe 3,000 gold lead. And that's because of a shutdown kill. And that is something that many of the players here in M3 always don't treasure as much. And that is why you appreciate some of the junglers who know for sure that they should not be dying, even when they're leading so much. Because shutdown gold is incredibly high.
Yeah, the thing is about SMG, what's making it so hard is that honestly, they have the gold lead, man. They can win these fights, but most of the fights that they've been losing, it has all been because of the miscommunication. We saw it when Sasa flickered forward. Smooth was waiting in the bush. He had his ultimate, but they didn't pop it. And now RSG, they're looking for the pick. Sasa still has a flicker. Abyssal Arrow almost catches him in that dash. But yes, like I mentioned, the miscommunication has been happening. Win jumps in on a 1v4. What was that? He's going to get taken down. SMG again. They're going in for wrong targets. Only Loyalty being picked up. Expedia going into LY4. Play with the damage. Don't now. But Sasa, he's going to get stunned up. And he's going to get taken down, man. A 2-for-1 for RSG.
Right now, I'm starting to see what teams have found the weakness in Team SMG. The hard engage really works well. When you just focus on Sasa, once Sasa's out, then that's basically half of your problem. The rest, you can just pick off one by one. And we look at that, the Hylos just charging in, and Sasa cannot go away. Cannot run away.
That's the idea when you want to play on the highlights. Surely it's great versus the Esmeralda, but at the same time against marksman, you don't want to be a marksman when there is a Hylas on top of you. I mean, the chain stunts will be there for sure. Of course, the Glorious Pathway makes it almost impossible to get out unless you have a flicker left in you. And it also, the stun coming out from the Hylas also sets up for an arrow and all the other control coming out from RSG. So what I'm trying to say is that the Hylas into the front lines just can man up. He's got the radiant armor anyways. He's very tanky at this point. He can set up for a chain stun for RSG, and that's really scary. That's why you understand Sasa just flickers out.
Yeah, you see it again, man. From SMG, they're just all over the place. Loyalty gets a pick up on the top side. He gets killed once again. They are putting all their boxes. Oh, wait a minute. That was a very good engage from Expedia, but in the end, again, they're just way to split up. They don't know what they want to do. It's all the voices coming into one box, and in the end, RSG with that one voice, that organized play, were able to catch them on that.
Yeah, and the thing is, no matter how good your engage is, it's not going to look good when you don't have enough damage. And when, unfortunately, with a lot of his skills just now, where he used the deadly magic on a Paquito, but then he didn't follow up with Poker. So, as of right now, Team SMG, they're losing a lot in terms of mechanics. They're making a lot of mistakes that really should be avoided.
I feel like it's not the mechanics here, LaFell. I feel like it's just the decision making, man. I don't know what the calls is for the side of SMG, because one guy wants to go in, the other guy wants to fall back. We don't have one singular voice that's telling them what to do. They want to take the fight in the river, but there are also only 3 members there, It's just a whole lot of miscommunication.
They should really remember what Razor said about clear-cut communication.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the Razor.
Shout out to Razor right now. It is RSG sieging down the turret and taking back the lead. You can see it was a 2,000 gold lead for SMG, even though they were losing in kills. But RSG, they've caught out. They've caught up in terms of the objectives. And now with the enhanced Lord marching down, they might be able to get even more.
They are able to get the top lane. Eventually, the mid lane, they still have the lane. And that's a lot of damage when it comes to those structures. And there's not really so much that Team SMG can do about this. Have the good seat is that turret, and maybe even the bottom lane turret as well. From a big macro advantage from Team SMG, now it has gone completely in the favor of RSG SG. They'll be marching forward into the bottom lane. Look at these two big minions in the bottom lane. This needs to be answered by Team SMG.
They really do need to answer this, man, because right now, as it looks, SMG, they're in a bit of they're in a lot of trouble right now. RSG, they built themselves a 2,000 gold lead. They're controlling the map, but Expedia, look at what he's doing. He's gonna get the backline, actually, but no, the instant disengage. Oh, look at Smooth, going for the far time, when he connect on two, the combo almost commences, but RSG, they're just way too clean in these team fights, way too clean in the travels, and Win is going to get taken down. The double kill picked up for Baby Cakes, as that is the Abyssal Arrow missing out. Another 2 for 0. That has just been the whole story. 2 zeros.
Unfortunately, we saw in that previous team fight, the main problem was there was no damage. And speaking of damage, right now, RSG, they are all caught outside the set point, and now I would say it's over. Like, what else can Team SMG do?
Oh,
What can he do?
I don't know what they can do right now, but it is still in the game. It is still a possibility for them to come back. They have that Beatrix. They have a lot of the high ground potential here, but they need to stop getting caught out. They need to stop going for these really weird engages where they're not on the same page.
Yeah, again, I want to ask, because just now, the previous team fight, Team SMG, that was the cleanest team fight that they've done, but there was no damage. Why was that?
Yeah, because of the items that we saw from Team RSG SG. They have like 4 radiant armors about the 10-minute mark. They also have like Athena shield in there as well. They don't even need the Oracle at this point because they know that they have already answered Team SMG. For Team SMG, it was an overall investment on this hard pickup that they did in the last pick that they needed to perform well in the early stages, and they needed to get the kills. If they were ahead, this win hardly will be able to just run over Team RSG, but that wasn't the case. And let alone in that last, the previous splash out, we saw Team SMG, they went together. You can even see that the Zai Boy Ultimate, the real world manipulation, did not hit anyone apart from one hero from Team RSG, because the way that they designed their team fight, Expedia was able to jump to the backlines. One unlocked them with the Tyrant's Revenge or Tyrant's Rage, wasn't able to, but then again, they were still outside of the real world manipulation. What I'm all trying to say is that Team SMG, they're not managing their team fight so well. They need to land their shots for sure, but they also need to land them all together.
Oh, look at that again. They've used the deadly catch, and it was on to nothing. LY4 gets out with full HP, basically only getting tickled right there. And RSG, they're just going to use this again to get the pressure all across the map. But I think one of the main mistakes that SMG did in this game was that they were playing for the wrong side of the map. And Expedia, he goes in for the flank. He's going to get chunked a lot right there. And RSG, once again, they're just going to wait up, play it safe, the Singapore special, as they will look to try to take this enhanced lure. It doesn't seem like it's just a try. It seems like they're going to execute it with Sasa all the way in that top side. RSG, they're actually going to use this for a fight, but Expedia, they go to engage. Oh no! What was that? It's disgusting! Oh my lord! I'm a better coming in, and that's going to be RSG cleaning up the fight. Welcome to Singapore. RSG just absolutely outclassing SMG here, picking up the godlike for Baby Cakes.
Yeah, we can hear the players roaring from behind right now. RSG, they're marching into the base. DGWP taking a move from Gideon. RSG looking